Welcome to a video from thislife.com. This is a new sound collection for the Korg Wavestate. This is the VHS Collection, a collection of lo-fi sounds inspired by that kind of dodgy VHS video cassette playback of the 80s and 90s. So that's where things are all a bit noisy, a bit wobbly, and they've got sort of that lo-fi feel to them. So you heard a few in the opening there, but the idea behind this set is they're not clean, they're not sharp, they're a bit muffled, the filter comes in and out, pitch envelope is pitch is being affected, and other things to give you this kind of lo-fi sound, so like these. So there's a typical pulse lead sound. So in this video I'm going to go through the sounds and I'll explain a bit about them and give it a sound design tutorial along with it as well. So the set is made up of these performances, and we've got programs as well. So each of the layers can be used in your own program performances. Two versions available. There's a free version and then there's the premium version as well. So the idea behind some of these, if I pick another one, the pad one. You can hear that there's some noise there, and there's some hiss, and the pitch is out of tune as well. So same on this lead one as well. So if I go back to this lead one, you can see. So most of the sounds use two layers: the primary sound and then the hiss. So if I isolate the hiss here, I don't know whether it comes across on the YouTube video, but there is a hiss there that you would get from when you're amplifying something like a VHS cassette, or if you were playing it off a tape, an audio tape. So that layer is in there, and it's easy to switch off. You just switch the layer off if you don't like it, and it will play it clean. But I quite like having that combination. The other thing that many of the sounds have is a bit of pitch modulation. So you can hear that on there, and for that I've used the LFOs. So I've got two different ways. I've kind of implemented wow and flutter. So we've got the pitch going up and down slowly, which is what you can hear, and that's coming through that pitch LFO, which you can see there. So you can hear that. So it's bringing the pitch up and lowering it back down with the slow LFO, and then the pan LFO is actually going quite fast, and that's changing the frequency quite rapidly to give it a sort of fluttery effect. So you get a fast LFO, and then you hear it then dropping away and picking back up again. So you can see it with the filter. So that gives you that effect. And you can hear it drops away then as well, because the filter has also got an LFO on it as well. So you can hear that filter in and out there as well. The noise stays constantly because there's no filter applied to the noise on there. So yeah, kind of implement that effect where the audio quality is dipping with the filter and then going back up again. And the other thing I've done as well is I've left them as freewheeling LFOs, so the LFOs don't get re-triggered for the pitch and for filter. So that's the 2600, called 2600 because it's the ARC 2600 waveform that I used. Another 2600 on this is a pad of that. And you can hear that pitch. You can hear that pitch on there, and you can hear the filter as well. So that's the 2600. Now, could do something sort of lo-fi tape based using some Mellotrons. So I've got a number of these. This one is called 4-Tron. And you can hear why that's called that. Because it's switching between 4 Trons. It's a nice effect, that. And I've got the same idea with the filter and the pitch on that as well. The other thing that really helps with these sounds as well is I'm using some tape LFO, and the tape LFO obviously adds that sort of warm analog feel to it as well. Again, that's when I'm using 2 layers as well. So even though it's 4 Trons, you've only got one layer to do that melodic sound. This is a DV8000 lead, Korg DV8000. Just a nice simple synth lead sound there. Again, you can hear the noise. And a PWM sound. And there you can hear that free-running LFO's effect. And you're getting the noise. And a couple of sequences in. This is what I call a bass sequence. So I was just playing around with a bit of looping on there. So I was just playing about with a bit of wave sequencing on there. And it sounded quite retro, so I thought I'd include that. Then we've got a bandpass pad. That sounds great in stereo because I'm actually using 2 layers to do that effect. So I've got the same sound on 2 layers and moving the panning around. So there you can see the panning being affected. We've got a choir. So the next one is a piano. It's a Yamaha CP80 electric grand. And again, I've got the filter and the picture wandering in and out. So thought I've got to do some drum techniques. So here is one with a drum. There's a layer, so then you could load that layer in with other layers and create your own combination. So again, it's got the noise, but I'm using filter and the drum, and I've set the drum pitches slightly lower, which gives them that sort of retro effect. Time for a bit of electric piano. So it uses a VPM sample, sort of variable phase modulation, kind of FM from Korg called FM in the 80s, and you can hear there the effect of the two LFOs quite well as well. You can hear the fast LFO adjusting that pitch, and then the slow LFO, which is gradually changing the pitch up and down, and of course the filter. So, bit of a flute mellotron. So harmonics is using guitar type harmonics. Okay, you can hear that noise through there. Like I said, if you don't like the noise, you can just disable layer B and save it, and it won't have any noise on there. Some more high pass effects. So this is a high pass filtered string. Some mallets. So you can hear the wave sequencing on that one. That's an interesting effect by doing that wave sequencing, affecting the filter as well as the pitch. Nice mono lead. You can hear the poly aftertouch on that. Just opens the filter up. Set the envelopes up so they don't re-trigger on key entry, on key press. So you can play it in different ways. And a mono poly lead, the Korg mono poly. Again, you can hear that modulation on there. So simple Moog bass. Using this Moog sawtooth sound. Gives a nice little lo-fi synth sound. And a Moog lead sound. And a Moog lead sound. So here's a high pass filtered sound. So you get the sharp attack with the filter, and then the sustain part is quite filtered. Then an acoustic piano. I like that pitch modulation you got on there. So pick bass. And a pulse lead. Using poly aftertouch for that as well. And a lead sound. And some real strings, real samples rather than real. This is called real strings, and it's because I'm using samples of real strings rather than any synth strings. So it gives you that synthetic quality, even though it's a sampled string. So I really like that when you apply the filter, the pitch, and the other techniques. So here's one called VHS Show, and this is a combination of many of those different effects. So I've got different layers on there. You could hear the different layers on there. We've got the, and it's split as well actually. So the vocals are up here. And then we've got the hiss. Bass line. Using a ratcheting type effect to get that Berlin school sequencing with probability. So you can see those double triggers. That's the probability that's meaning they don't do it all the time. So it's a nice effect. That I've got a full video on ratcheting on the Wavestate as well, so check out that video. And then the other one is the drums. And hear that extra clap that kicks in? That's again on probability. So put it together. A nice slow PWM sound. slow saw. So, Mellotron time. So you can hear it fading that in and out. So the Mellotron sound, this is tape strings. This is a bit of sync. You probably have to touch on the filter. Another Mellotron string, and the Tron's doing a bit of work. 4 layers on this one. So those 4 layers, we've got analog synth, drums, and string. So you can hear you've got the Tron switching through the cycles, the noise, drum sequence, and the bass sound kicking in there. So you put that together. Vocoder. And we've got some VPM bells. With a similar technique as well. So that's the set. You hear them, there's the performances. So they're all available as programs as well, so you can incorporate that into your own performances as well. Or you can just take the noise technique that I've used and the pitch and filter controls and put your own samples on. So you make your own versions of those. It's pretty straightforward just to go in and swap out the samples. So I hope you like this set. You can get it from thedigitallifestyle.com. You'll find all the details in there. There's a free and a premium set. Please keep your suggestions for videos coming in. I do read all your comments, and so if there's something you think a tutorial you'd like to see or a sound set that I could work on, I'd like to hear from you. And you can you can leave a comment on the video and let me know what you think. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.